Hey there, welcome to Sean Kirkham Music. Today we're going to talk about the iSet Flanger. So a little bit about the iSet Flanger is we have the rate knob that's up here. We have the next knob is going to be on the left hand side, and that is called the color knob, which is right there. The knob over here is for range. And there's a toggle switch here for hard and soft in the middle. So we're going to have it in the soft mode for now. We're going to play our clean guitar tune, or tone, I should say. So here's our clean guitar tone. Again, this is going into a Lekato 10-watt amp, like we've done in other videos. So here we go, clean sound. Okay, so we're going to turn on the flanger here and let you hear that a little bit. We'll push on the button there. You notice that the little light comes on showing you that it's on. Again, we have everything set right now all the way off for, again, the rate, the color knob, and the range knob. So here's with everything in the lowest position. You notice in that position right there, you can hear just a little bit of the flange coming out. We're going to turn everything up to 9 o'clock right now and let you hear how that sounds with all the knobs at 9 o'clock. You can hear a little bit more of the flange sound coming up. We're going to actually take the rate knob and we're going to turn that up to noon. Let you hear how it sounds with the other knobs still at the 9 o'clock position. We're now going to turn the knob, the rate knob, up to 3 o'clock, and we'll see how that sounds. Again, the other two knobs are still at the 9 o'clock position. There's not a whole lot of difference there, if you notice, between the 9 o'clock, the 12 o'clock, and the 3 o'clock position, with the two top knobs at the 9 o'clock position. We're going to turn the rate knob all the way up, and we'll let you hear that. So if you notice there's kind of a flutter in the sound, we're going to turn this back just a little bit. We're going to strum a chord here, and then we'll play with the knob a little bit. If you notice, it has just a little bit of a tremolo effect with the rate knob. So that's going to determine pretty much how fast the flange speed is based on the other knob conditions. So we're going to now take the color knob, we're going to turn that at noon. We're going to turn the rate knob all the way back down to 9 o'clock. And we're going to have it with this setting, again, color knob at 12, the rate knob at 9 o'clock, and the other knob, again, which is called your range knob, we're going to have that at the 9 o'clock position. So here we go. You can notice the flange sound there. However, having that color knob at the 12 o'clock position, it seems to ring a little bit in a higher pitch. Not necessarily a different note. It's just like a harmonic that seems to be coming out a little louder than some of the other notes. We're going to turn the rate knob up to 12 o'clock as well. We'll let you hear this now. So there's more of a flange again. Like I said earlier, this almost gives you like a tremolo effect where it goes in and out or up and down. That's what the flange is doing with this rate knob. So we're going to turn that up at the 3 o'clock position and let you hear that. Again, it gives a little bit more of a flange sound going on. We're going to turn it up just a little bit more. Actually, we're going to turn it up all the way. So the rate knob is now all the way. The color knob is up at 12, and the range knob is at 9 o'clock. Again, we're going to play with that chord, and we're going to change the rate knob just a little bit to make it less of a vibrato. You can hear the flange going on with the rate knob pretty much in between the 3 o'clock and all the way up. So I'm going to turn it just about 4 o'clock position. We'll see how it sounds. I like that setting a lot. So we'll go back again. We're going to change the rate down to 9 o'clock. We're going to pull up the range. We're going to pull that up to the 12 o'clock position. Your rate is at 9 o'clock. Color is at 12 o'clock. It's a very slow flange or flanger rate or sound that you're getting just because that's at the 9 o'clock. We're going to turn that up to noon. Let you hear all the knobs at noon. It gives a little bit more of a flange. We're going up to 3 o'clock on the rate. It's more of a flange sound coming out, the vibrato sound or tremolo sound. We're going to turn it up just a little bit. We're not going to go all the way like we did on the last one because I'm assuming that that will be the quicker speed or the quick tremolo sound as I put it. But we're about 4 o'clock. You can hear the flange going in and out as it's going back and forth doing that swirling motion sound. We're going to actually take the color knob, turn it up to 3 o'clock. We're going to turn this knob at about 12 o'clock, the rate knob. So we have the color at 3 o'clock, range is at 12, the rate is at 12. If you hear the difference there, the color knob, when it's turned up even higher than any position besides all the way off, it tends to have more of a flange sound, or that, I call it the airplane sound, where it's going, it goes in and out. So again, here it is. We're going to turn the rate up to about 3 o'clock, let you hear that. You hear that it gets faster as we pull the rate up. We're going to put the rate back down to 12. We're going to turn the color all the way up. We have the range still at 12 o'clock. So if you notice at the very end there, it gives a little bit of a buzzing sound. You can sort of hear it when I don't talk. So listen just for a quick second here. It has a buzzing sound that goes in and out. So we're going to turn that we're going to turn that back to about 3 o'clock position, just so we don't hear that humming noise or the buzzing noise coming out. We are going to turn up the range knob though. We're going to change that to about 3 o'clock position. We're going to leave the rate at 12 o'clock and we're going to listen to see what this sounds like. So you're getting a little more flange sound there. We're going to turn that up to 3 o'clock just to hear it again. So it tends to go a little bit in and out with this setting here for the 3 knobs, all at 3 o'clock position. So that's not a setting that I really care for too much. However, some people might like that. Here it is again. All right, I'm going to turn the color back to the 12 o'clock, the range back to 12 o'clock. We're going to turn the color knob back to 12 o'clock as well. We're going to put the rate at 12 o'clock and we're going to hit the toggle switch to go from a soft to a hard sound. Let's hear what that sounds like once we have the toggle switch in the up position. There's not a whole lot of flange sound, but it does have that particular sound when it does go in and out of the flange. There's certain frequencies that have a specific sound. That's one of them. I'm going to turn the rate knob up to 3 o'clock just to hear to see if it's different. Let's stay at 12 just for a second. Now we're going to go to 3 o'clock. There's not a whole lot of difference with the rate, so we're going to put that at 12 o'clock again. We're going to change the color knob up to 3 o'clock. It gives just a little bit more of a higher frequency. We're going to turn that back to noon, and we're going to turn the range knob to 3 o'clock. This is on the hard toggle position. The sound, as you notice, is a little different. So we're going to hit a chord, and we're going to turn the range knob down just to let you hear a little difference. So as we go down, it has that different type of timbre or sound that it's producing from the flange. Here's at 12 o'clock. We're going to turn it down to 9 o'clock. So, from what I'm hearing from this pedal, it seems like when it's in the hard position versus soft, anytime you play with any of these knobs, you don't get a big flange sound to it. However, you get the different tonalities that are within the flange on the soft setting, if that makes sense. So, again, in the soft setting, you're going to have that swishing type sound of the flange. In the harder setting, you're going to have specific timbres or specific sounds that'll come out, not necessarily a flange, but the actual sound within the flange. I do want to see what happens when we turn the rate all the way up with this setting. Let's check it out. if you notice, turning the knob while it's in this setting, the rate knob doesn't really do anything. It's more controlled with the color knob and the range knob. So let's turn the color knob all the way up again. The color knob in this instance acts almost like a tone knob. So it's really your range knob that makes a difference when you're in the hard setting. So as you notice, the sound changed as I changed the range knob. So that's the big difference between the soft setting and the hard setting with the different knobs. Again, while it's on, the light's on. When we turn it off, the light goes off. This is a true bypass. I didn't have a power source plugged in earlier, and this was actually going to my amplifier, which I thought was pretty cool. So it's definitely a true bypass on it. So if you're in need of something like that for a flanger, this is probably a decent flanger to purchase. The cost on it, roughly about $20, $20 to $25, depending on whether you buy it on Amazon or whether you buy it on Temu. It's one of those inexpensive affordable pedals, and great little flanger pedal to have. It does a great job for a very low cost. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you can give it a like and hit that thumbs up button for the like. And if you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be greatly appreciated. We're hoping to build this channel and get the numbers up there. So any little help you can do for us, that would be wonderful. Thanks again. This is Sean Kirkham. I'm from Sean Kirkham Music, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great day.